To order at 6:34 p.m. Please rise, and the clerk will lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can I please have a motion and a second that the board approves the following, or the consent agenda?
So moved. Second.
We can do the,
Yeah.
we have to do the agenda first.
Yeah, I don't know why my thing. All right, all those in favor?
Wait,
I'll go
questions
back.
or comments? I need to talk.
Oh,
Consent
okay,
agenda.
questions or comments?
Just so everybody knows, I need to recuse myself from the vote because I have a family member listed as an assistant coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, all those in favor? All in favor? Well, 5 in favor, 1 abstain. Okay, and then can I have a motion and a second that the agenda for September 3rd, 2024 be approved as submitted?
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor? All in favor, none opposed?
Board docs is being weird.
Yeah, that's what I was having problems with. Okay, so now I'm going to give the oath of office for superintendent. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will fully discharge the duties of the Office of Superintendent of Schools.
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the Office of Superintendent of the Penfield Central School District,
Yes, sorry. According to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Okay.
Congratulations, Dr. Potter.
And then District Clerk. Okay. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of the Office of District Clerk of the Penfield Central School District
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the Office of District Clerk of the Penfield Central School District
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Okay, congratulations. Okay, superintendent report.
Perfect.
Good evening, everyone. I want to first start by acknowledging our student representative, Helen Broikus. We are so happy to have Helen continue with us this year, and we look forward to all of the wonderful updates that she will provide us on behalf of the students in our district. Thank you, Helen. Thank you. So as part of our student and staff honors, we are going to start with new faculty orientation, and I'd like to ask Dr. Maloney to speak on behalf of this slide.
I would love to speak on behalf of new faculty orientation. So this year we had about 60 new faculty, and typically we hold new faculty orientation here at PHS in the Commons in the library, but with the Commons offline, Bay Trail was a very gracious host to us. We used the cafeteria as well as the library, and it was a really awesome 4 days. So the new faculty, spend 3 days as a entire cohort, and each day we have, as board members know, they were there on Monday for breakfast, and then Tuesday and Wednesday we had other, what we call the team of support. Other supports come, those who provide new faculty with support for breakfast and a way to really build community with the new faculty. And so on the second day were all of the building administrators. On the third day during breakfast were the district directors and TOSAs. And then during lunch, multiple days, either their mentors or their grade level chair, their department chair came to join them for lunch. So, there's sessions from getting your laptop and how to log in, all the way to what's APPR and how does it look in Penfield. And the group really, the feedback is phenomenal. It really is about creating that community and welcoming folks to Penfield.
Thank you, Dr. Maloney. I'll just add that in the description that Dr. Maloney shared, there is so much work that goes into preparing for our new faculty in our district. So I really want to celebrate and uplift the work of Dr. Maloney's office, as well as Kevin Maloney, our Director for Professional. Kevin Maloney.
We do that. There is a Kevin Maloney. That she used to work with.
I did. I know him very well. So, Kevin Marriott. Kevin Marriott, our Director for Professional Learning, is also phenomenal, and he worked so hard to pull those 3 days together, and I just want to make sure that they know how much we value the work that goes into that, and we appreciate you for doing it. And so now I'll turn it over to our Penfield updates. And I'll start by just celebrating our opening day. The opening day and what we're really going to be focusing on this year is team, and reimagining what it means to be a great team in Penfield. And so I spent some time talking to our faculty and staff across the district about being a great team, and a great team brings diversity. It's people that can share their authentic selves. They bring their strengths and their skills and all of the roles that they may have across the district, which leads us to be better. And it also helps to acknowledge this, because we are so much better as a team than we are as one alone. A great team creates a sense of purpose. When team members know their purpose, they can understand how they contribute to make a difference in our district. A great team fosters collaboration. Good teamwork involves open communication and deep listening, and this helps build trust, which is a key factor in successful teams. And a great team problem solves. Teams that work together can proactively find solutions to all of the problems or concerns that we may have living in our district. And I just want to take a minute also to thank the many people that were a part of bringing our opening day ceremony together. And on that list, and the list could go on, but I do have a short list that I do want to read from: Dr. Leslie Maloney, Kevin Marriott, Angela Dunson from Food Service, Kaylee Hathaway from our Facilities Buildings work, George English, Jason De Lorenz, Dr. Dan Driffill, Jason Fleming, Dr. Steve Kenny, Leanna Watt, the principal at PHS, Mary Beth Walker, Brandon Fox, and our district hall monitors. So what a wonderful opening that we had, and it wouldn't have been possible if we didn't have the support from all of the names that I just listed. We also, Dr. Maloney and I, had a on-the-road show last Thursday. So the day after the opening, we went around to each of the schools as our faculty were preparing for our students. And it was a great opportunity to just be around, acknowledging the hard work that they do, and celebrating the things that they were doing in preparation of receiving our students for today. And so today was our first day of school, and it was a wonderful first day of school. We were excited to welcome back all of our students today. I was able to, with Dr. Maloney, visit all of our schools today. I know the other assistant superintendents, Dr. Kenny and Dr. Driffill, were also out and about today. But during the visits, when we touched base with all of the schools, we noticed many smiles, there was positive energy, and there was just this excitement about being back in school today. And so the next several slides, I'm going going to share with you showcases our students further, our wonderful, talented students further, and some of our faculty members. So I'm not really going to speak a whole lot. I'm just going to go through the slides.
A great social post today. I loved celebrating it. I do have a question about the new employee orientation. What was Bill holding?
So we usually ask
I can't.
questions after.
I'll wait. It was an image question. Cute.
It was an amazing first day of school for our students, and we are looking forward to a phenomenal school year ahead. And before I turn it over to Dr. Driffill, do we have any questions?
Questions? Board members? Go ahead. Okay.
What was Bill holding in his hand, the plate, at the first team meeting?
Absolutely.
So,
For opening day?
yeah, opening day.
It was a plate because we had community together and we had lunch together that day. So he was in the line to fix himself his lunch.
Got it.
Yes, yes.
I liked his Bill's hat too. Called my attention. I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't have a question, I have a comment. So as I was leaving from opening day, I overheard a staff member say this might be the best day, one of the best days ever. So I just wanted to share that I heard that they were very excited. I think they really loved the message, and I think they also appreciated ice cream on the way out.
Ice cream treats. Thank you, Dr. Driffill. He was able to help us get those treats available for our faculty and staff. So thank you.
Yeah, it was nice to hear.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Thanks, Dr. Potter.
Sure.
All right. Good evening, board. Happy first day of school. Happy New Year. Very exciting. We have a couple approval items on your agenda for consideration this evening. First of which is organizational appointment updates. So these are updates from the reorganizational meeting that we had back in July. If there's any questions on any of those new edits, we'd be happy to discuss. We have a good amount of capital project change orders. The two larger ones are related to the flooring, the vestibule work that was done at Harris Hill around the new secure entrance. Those who were at the board tours last week, when they redid the vestibule, the flooring underneath was kind of eroding and weak, so we had these field conditions that presented themselves. I think it was about $20,000 worth of work, but they matched the entryway really nicely. It looks really good. The second issue was with the new turf field that we're putting out here. It was actually our request, so it's going to increase the fencing height. So originally the design I think was for 4 feet, and we are bumping it up to 8 feet, just to keep that facility a little bit more tightly secure as we invest in those two new fields. So those are the two big ones on the capital project change orders. And then we have 3 service contracts for approval for this school year. The first of which is Center for Youth. So that's a renewal of services with a partnership that we've had for many years with Center for Youth. That's funded out of the IDEA grant, federal grant, so Individuals with Disability and Education Act. The second service contract is with the Strong Behavioral Health Group. So this is a new partnership for us, and that's also going to be funded with that IDEA grant. And then the third contract set of contracts for approval is for our private duty nurses. So every year we contract with folks that are on a public directory that have medically frail certification from some of our kiddos that require more intensive nursing services. And because their contracts typically go over $20,000 for the school year, we bring them to the Board of Education for approval in accordance with our purchasing guidelines. So those were the only 3 things from my office tonight, but if there are any further questions on those or other commentary, I'd be happy to address. Thanks.
Board members, questions or comments?
I don't have a question, I have a comment. I would just like to say in touring, I was so impressed, first of all, with Harris Hill. Like, it was such a transformation, but also I would just like to acknowledge all of the hard work of our buildings and grounds that they did to really get schools ready and the pride that they take in their work. Like, our schools looked beautiful, and I know it's not easy. It's clearing a lot of things out, so just kudos to them for the hard work to get things ready for our staff and our students.
Also, kudos to the teachers getting the classrooms ready for today.
Yep,
Right? I
absolutely.
have a 10-year-old who came home very excited. She had a great day. And that just makes you feel so good, you know, to know that you send your kids off and then they had a great day with, and, you know, and they came home with such excitement. So that means the world. All right.
And that concludes Superintendent's report.
Thank you, Superintendent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we are on organizational items 4A. May I have a motion and a second that the Board of Education approves the designees for CSE and CPSE membership for the 2024-25 school year?
So moved.
Seconded.
Questions or comments? All those in favor? All in favor, none opposed? And then can I have a motion and a second that the board approves the revised organizational appointments for the 2024-25 school year?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? All in favor, none opposed? We are on public comment. So what we usually do is you would come up and just state your name, and then you have 3 minutes to speak, okay? And then I will tell you like when your 3 minutes is up, okay?
I can find it.
Oh, okay. She will tell you when your 3 minutes is up.
Hi, my name is Nolan Phelps. I go to Scribner Road School, and I have a speech to read to you.
Okay.
Dear School Board, it is not fair that all the other schools have air conditioning. I will give you 3 reasons why Scribner and Bay Trail should get air conditioning. It is hard to learn in a hot school because if it is hot, I cannot focus. If it is hot, condensation forms on the floors of Scribner, which makes them slippery and dangerous. If it is really hot, it is harder for the teachers to teach the kids. These are some reasons why we should have air conditioning at Scribner and Bay Trail. I think you should come to school on a hot day and sit in my classroom all day with me to see how it is. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, you can go sit down now. All right, so we have no other public comment. We are on change orders. I know I'm not supposed to say this, but great job. Great job coming up and speaking. I was trying to wait until after when I got to president remarks, but they were leaving, so I wanted to say that. It takes a lot of courage to get up in front of, adults and speak. Yeah. And he did a great job. All right. So we have change orders. Can I have a motion and a second that the change orders as described above be approved?
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? Okay, all those in favor? All in favor, none opposed? Can I have a motion and a second that the board approves the contract with Center for Youth?
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor? All in favor, none opposed? I don't know if I'm supposed to read that out. Okay, can I have a Motion and a second that the board approves or authorizes the superintendent of schools to enter into a contract with Strong Behavioral Health for the 2024-25 school year.
I move.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor? All in favor, none opposed? May I have a motion and a second to approve the independent contractor agreements with Susan Robbins and Vonshay Green for the performance of private duty nursing service for medically fragile students effective July 1, 2024 through June 30th, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor? All in favor, none opposed? And then President remarks, just the NYSBA conference or convention. Again, it's in October. I know many of you already have registered or emailed your intent to register or you're wanting to register. So I will not be there because I have to work. So I look forward to hearing what you guys, all of the different presentations that you guys go to.
Be fun. I'm kind of jealous.
You're not going either?
No.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's just, it's tough. It's early still to miss that many days of school.
Yeah. All right, next one is committee assignments.
Nope.
So,
Code of conduct.
why am I
9A.
missing?
It's
Oh,
being weird
it's, yeah,
tonight.
my
It's-
computer is not, sorry. All right, so can I please have a motion and a second that the Board of Education approves the New York State School Board Association's Code of Conduct?
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? Okay, all those in favor? All in favor, none opposed? Now we are on 10A.
Yes.
Okay, so if you guys look, you'll see the committee assignments. Okay, everyone is on there. Thank you for taking on extra assignments. It really means a lot to not have to, go to so many meetings in the evening. And then everyone signed up for the board member or the PTA rotation. So that will be coming out if you don't already have or know which schools you have.
Can I ask a question about that?
Sure.
So there's, but we're still moving forward with a general plan of a specific liaison for the entirety of the year for parent groups, right?
Yes.
The rotation is a lot of the other events involved as well.
Well, so the rotation, it's just in there, but
Yeah.
because that's what they used to do.
Yeah.
But there are other events, so those will, I think they're all listed, so you guys can pick other events if you wanted to. But just our presence at the PTSA and those type of meetings,
Yeah.
it's important, right? So that's our opportunity to hear from, really hear from the community, right? Because not everyone comes to
our
these
board
meetings.
meetings.
Yeah, so it's nice to hear questions. And then if they have questions and say you can't go a night, they can just email you because you're their contact person, and then you can ask questions from the district and then just respond to them. So
One
that's
thing we were
nice.
talking about was getting these posted on the board website so that not our website, our page at some point on there to see if, in the transparency piece and communicating of who does what and the additional committee work and efforts by the board might be helpful for some of our community to understand a little bit.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
And I have a quick question.
She wrote it down.
She wrote it down. I remember we touched on this a couple of times, but I can't remember how we wrapped it up, the NYSBA legislative representation. So if I remember that there's a special session at the convention, but wasn't there a meeting leading up to that?
Yeah, so there's also like a Saturday, I
Yeah.
believe, meeting where all of the legislation that they're trying to pass, they would kind of go over it line by line. I remember Mark saying last year a lot of, because it's all of New York State, So downstate has a lot of things in there that don't pertain, or it's not really important to Monroe County. So you would just go to that meeting, whoever can attend, and then just kind of report back what their thoughts are behind the different legislation.
Okay. And you don't have a date for that yet?
I haven't gotten anything yet. I can reach out to Amy
There's only so
Thomas
many
and
Saturdays
see.
before the convention, so.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me do that.
October.
Is it?
And then Nicole and I can determine
Yeah.
Okay.
who has the best schedule fit. I'm fine with you.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll see her
Saturdays
tomorrow.
between now and the
I'll,
end of
I'll see her
October.
tomorrow, so I can ask.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yep.
Hopefully one of us will be able to go because I don't know that, I could think of 2 Saturdays that I have free between now and the end of October.
Okay.
I'm actually going to put that in my phone.
Yeah.
I'll remember to ask.
Ask me about
And I had one more question about the district liaisons, back to the
Sure.
parent group, sorry. When are they notified of who's, like, do we have a communication that comes from the from us, from the
It's
superintendent's
usually
office?
from the board clerk. So
The board
Lynn
clerk.
would reach out to them and
To
let
their
them
their
know
officers
who,
or whatever?
yeah, who the liaisons are, and then they would reach out to you and tell you,
Directly.
like, if it's a virtual meeting, like a Zoom one, they would just send you the link for you to jump on, or they would remind you of when their meetings are.
Perfect, thank you.
They often will send you an agenda ahead of time, some
Yeah.
of them,
Yeah,
or like notes from their previous meeting too.
yep. Okay, perfect, thank you.
All right. Any new business? Okay. Can I have a motion and a second that the Board of Education move into executive session for the purpose of discussing the employment history of a particular person at 7:01 PM?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? All those in favor and none opposed?